Hey there. Thought it might be interesting to talk a little bit about writing and my stories, which I've been trying to kind of steer away from because I don't want to use the vlog as a promotional tool. But writing's a huge part of my life. It's most of my life, and I thought that it would be interesting to talk about this. I just finished a story for Horror Realm 2009. I'm going to be reading it on a panel. It's called This American Zombie, and it's inspired by This American Life, um, the public radio show. And I got to thinking about kind of the weird, wonderful places where stories come from. I started thinking back to childhood stories, to the first stories that I remember writing. Back in 1990, I would have been about 9. Wow, it was a long time ago. I'm 28 today, just turned 28, so. But back when I was 9, I wrote a story called Lost Souls. And it was, I got the idea from the movie Beetlejuice. The part where Alec Baldwin and Gina Davis are walking down this Tim Burton-y hallway, and they open a random door, and they find themselves looking into this void where these greenish, rotting ghouls are floating about, and the guy sweeping the hallway tells them that's the Lost Souls room. And that stuck with me more than anything in the film, even though it was kind of a throwaway bit, and it got me to thinking about what the meaning of Lost Soul was, because they never explained it. And that became the first story that I remember writing. It also became a novella that was published last year by Permuted Press. I wrote this in about 2006, and actually, it's remarkably similar in terms of the plot and the relationships between the characters. It's about a pack of ghouls that are kind of staking their claim on a property where 3 people are vacationing. And this story has got to be, I think it's the best story I've written. And actually, this was shortlisted for the Stoker Award this year. I don't know if it's in poor taste to mention that. I mean, I guess it would be if you were, trying to use it for sales or to campaign for votes, but we didn't make it to the final ballot, so, I don't see anything wrong with just mentioning it and being proud that this story, my favorite story that I've written, was so well received. And, of course, I love mentioning the fact that it came from something that I wrote in a notebook when I was 9 years old, complete with, pictures of zombies exploding and stuff. Oh, God, I wish I still had that. My mom has a lot of the old stories that I wrote, like for school. She has a story I wrote called Bug, Dragon, and Mouse, where there's a bug, a dragon, and a mouse, and they're just like walking around. Like all this horrible stuff happens to the bug. The bug, he like falls down a waterfall and into a pit. And I don't know why I was so mean to the bug and not the mouse. But the characters in Headshot Quartet, for the most part, actually have the same names that they did back when I wrote it in 1990. The characters in the '06 version are named Dane, Casey, and Kara. In the '90 version, they were Dave, Casey, and Kara because all of my stories' characters were based on me and my friends. Casey was my 3rd grade best friend, and Kara was my 1st grade girlfriend, whom I guess I was still pining for in the 3rd grade. Even though, to be boyfriend and girlfriend in first grade entails pretty much nothing. Oh, you ever look up your girlfriend or your boyfriend on Facebook, like your old ones, just to see where they ended up? I don't either. So I just wanted to talk about share this story and the story behind it, and those of you out there, writers who may be watching this, I'm going to start a thread on the forum, actually. And I'll link it in the sidebar, and you can, talk about where you got the ideas for your earliest stories, or even your most recent stories, such as This American Zombie. I'd love to hear about that. So we'll see you later.